today I'm going to do a bookshelf tour for you guys, and I know people get excited about these. My bookshelves aren't that exciting, but I like them anyway, and my friend said that I should do another bookshelf tour because when I did my last bookshelf tour I had this one bookshelf and that was it. And now I have three, you just can't see them. There's one here, then here, and then there. So I just sit in the middle. So yeah, you don't see them, so I thought I'd do a little tour so that you know what's there in relation to other things. So yeah, let's get on with the bookshelf tour. So I'm going to start with the top of my shelf. I don't know if you want to see that, but it's a good place to start. So there's a picture of me and my friends at prom and a snow globe that Harry bought me from Rome. There's a random candle. Another random candle. A photo frame that has parts missing and has no photo in it. Wedding invitation. Picture of me with, I think his name was Colin. He's an Olympian. That's all I really remember. Getting my copy of Let It Snow as a prize. A little teddy bear thing, I think. Cherished teddies called Gale. And some Taylor Swift perfume. So now, here's the first shelf of my first bookshelf. And I'm gonna go into in more detail, but this is just the overview of it. At the moment, all my books, most of my books are in publisher order, just because I wanted my review books to be together. And so let's start here. These ones are really ones that didn't have any other books with the same publisher that I could find anywhere. So that's The Skies Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, Burn for Burn by Jenny Han and Siobhan Vivian, Everybody Sees the Ants by A.S. King, Me, Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews, then Miss Peregrine's Home for the Peculiar Children and Hollow City, High Society by Ali Carter, and I Tell You I Love You, but then I'd have to kill you by Ali Carter, and then Elemental and the Good Sense Guide, and then here on the little pile we have some Hooder books, and so we have The 100 by Cass Morgan, Starter for 10 by David Nicholas, Delirium, Pandemonium and Requiem by Lauren Oliver, Sweet the Ancestors read by Jackson Pierce, and then we had, I think that's Pan, Julie Cross's Tempest and Unremembered by Jessica Brody. You can't see those two. Yeah, Tempest and Unremembered. And then I have the 3 Bloomsbury books, and that's Landline by Rainbow Rowell, which I haven't read yet. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, also haven't read yet. Breathe by Sarah Crossman. Then there's the 5 books in the Gregor the Overlander series. That's Gregor the Overlander, Gregor and the Prophecy of Bane, Gregor and the Curse of the Wobblers, Gregor and the Mark of Secret, and Gregor and the Code of Claw, all by Susan Collins. And then Maggie Stiefvater's The Raven Boys. These are all scholastic ones. The next shelf is my review book shelf, and I'll give you just a quick overview of it. Some of these will be sneak peeks for my book haul. So, first we have Melt by Celine Costavilla. And then In Real Life by Cory Doctorow and Joan Rang. I really love this one. I've got a review of it. When Mr. Dog Bites by Brian Conahagan. I got that from a Goodreads giveaway, but I still can't have it. The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith. Cracks by Caroline Green. Rubies by Sarah Zah and Tara Albalbrato. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Half-Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Cursed by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Red Rising by Pierce Brown, which I got today. Then on the pile we have all my hockey books. And so we have Heap House by Edward Carey, Sweet Scarlet by Maureen Johnson, The Savages by Matt Wyneham, Wyman, whatever. The Beautiful and the Cursed and the Lovely and the Lost by Paige Morgan. Vivian versus the Apocalypse and Vivian versus America by Hayley Coyle. I just got this one today. The Boy with the Tiger's Heart, also got this one today by Lydia Coggin. And The Memory Keepers by Natasha Nagan. No, I don't know. Nan, I think it is. And Say Her Name by James Dawson. Next I have 2 more headline ones. And that's Conquest by John Connolly and Jennifer Rudyard, and The Truth by Nick Cotter. Then I have some Electric Monkey books, and so I have The Messenger of Fear by Michael Grant, Every Day by David Levithan. I didn't get one for a review, but Naomi and Eli's No Kiss List by David Levithan and Rachel Cohn, and Skin Deep by Laura Jarrett, Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wine, and Grasshopper Jungle by Andrew Smith. So that's my review bookshelf. So this shelf's a bit hard to film because it's right at the floor, but I have my Christine fiction books first, just to give you an overview of the shelf. So this is my Christine fiction books, and The Fairest Beauty by Melanie Dickinson. The Summer of Cotton Candy by Debbie Villajay. Chasing Jupiter by Rachel Coker. I love that book. Interrupted by Rachel Coker. Captives by Jill Williamson. Destination Unknown by Amy Clipson. Swipe by Evan Angler. There You'll Find Me by Jenny B. Jones. Angel Eyes by Shannon Ditmore. And Caleb and Kate by Cindy somebody. Then there's my Cassandra Clare books. So there's Clockwork Princess, there's Clockwork Princess, Clockwork Prince, Clockwork Angel, City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass. There is the Notebook up here. City of Fallen Angels and City of Lost Souls. My Heavenly Fire is lent out at the minute. Then The Knife Never Letting Go, Scarlet, Cress, and Cinder. Now we're getting to the shelf that you see the most basically all the time, and I've recently put up these, and that is my signed book plate by Marissa Meyer, and that one is my signed book plate by Kate Almond. So this is my favourite shelf. I've literally organised all my favourites here. This is the only one that doesn't really compile with the publisher's one, so I'll show you these ones. And that's Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, Paper Towns by John Green, Abundance of Catherines by John Green, Will Grayson by John Green, Looking for Alaska by John Green, The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken, Unravel Me by Tara Maffey, and Chat to Me by Tara Maffey, and Ignite Me by Tara Maffey. Then Never Fade by Alexandra Bracken, and the 3 books in The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. And I don't know if you see it, but The Giver is there, by Lois Lowry. Then we have this thing, and that's Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Lola and the Boy Next Door, Isla and the Happily Ever After, and Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Deliria, Fearsome Dreamer by Laura Eve, and The Illusionist by Laura Eve. I really love those books. And the next shelf, I'll just give you an overview. These ones are, there's Atom books and some ones that don't really fit anywhere, and then Penguin books, and some Simon & Schuster books there. So I'll start with the Atom ones. So there's they're a bit hard to get out, so I'm not going to get them out. The Under the Never Sky trilogy, Under the Other Sky, Through the Other Night, and Into the Still Blue by Veronica Rossi. Etiquette and Espionage by Gail Carriger. Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Sarah Manning's Adorkable. Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Isaac Marion's Warm Bodies, Silver Linings Playbook by Matthew Quick. And then up there, if you can see them, there's The Secret Hour and The Blue Moon, which are the first and third books in Scott Westfall's Secret Hour trilogy. And now I get on to the Penguin books here. So there's The Fault in Our Stars, which is my signed edition. Vampire Academy and Frostbite by Rochelle Mead. Invisibility by Angela Creamer and David Levithan. Half Bad by Sally Green. Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Laura Miracle. Moon and More by Sarah Dessen. H.G. Wells' World the Worlds. 1984 by George Orwell, and The Day of the Triffids by John Wyndham. Then we have another penguin, and that's Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Then we're on to the Simon Schuster, and that is Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. These are also hard to get out, so I'm not going to. Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. I keep saying the author's name first. Split Second by Sophie Mackenzie. When You Were Mine by Rebecca Serrell. Unwind by Neil Schusterman. Extras by Scott Westfeld. And Severed Heads and Broken Hearts by Robin Schneider. That's called The Beginning of Everything in America. I don't know why. Now we're on to this shelf. There's an overview of the shelf. So then I have Divergent and Insurgent, the Percy Jackson box set. Then The House of Hades, Mark of Athena, Son of Neptune, and The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. And we have Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. And Pushing the Limits by Katie McGarry. Then we have Legend by Marie Lu. A Million Suns by Beth Revis. 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. This is when we get into Harper. Pivot Point by Casey West. Reboot by Amy Tintera. Taken by Erin Bowman. And Wither by Lauren DiStefano. Next, this is the last shelf, sort of. The last shelf that's half full of books. And I'm going to move this so that Eve by Anna Carey. And Eve by Anna Carey. Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Paranormacy by Kirsten White. Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The Testing by Joel Charbonneau. Solace by Gail Carriger. And then here we have hardbacks. And that's Shades of Grey by Jesper Ford. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. Gone by Michael Grant. The Archive by Victoria Schwab. The Program by Suzanne Young. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. And Alice in Zombieland by Gina Showalter. And then there is my Percy Jackson graphic novel and my writing notebook. So the next two shelves I'm going to show you, but they're really, really messy. And so I have my Jane Eyre York Notes for A-levels. Camera bag. The box that Electric Monkey sent Michael Grant's Messenger of Fear in. The Truth is a Cave in the Black Mountains by Neil Gaiman. I can't put this anywhere else because it doesn't actually fit on my shelf. If you can see that, it goes beyond my shelf, so can't really fit it anywhere else, so I just put it there. And then there's this box, which I'm going to show you because it is book related, which has all my swag in it. And there's a note from Kate Ormond, a signed bookmark from Kate Ormond, signed Marissa Meyer bookmark, some Book Depository bookmarks, a Fault in Our Stars bookmark that I made, Fault in Our Stars bookmark that Harry made, another Dark Days Kate Ormond signed bookmark, a Frog that bookmark that I made, and this crappy looking Verlaska bookmark. So the last bookshelf is the messiest, and that starts with a really battered copy of Oliver Twist that doesn't even have a cover. A poster of Geography of You and Me that they sent me when they sent me the book. A message from Electric Monkey that they sent me with the Messenger of Fear. Some books that my teacher lent me. The Percy Jackson poster that you get with the box set. A postcard for Michael Grant's Messenger of Fear. Grasshopper Jungle thing. Some more Messenger of Fear stuff. A driving test DVD that I've not used. And then there's my collection of Hunger Games books that I don't want. These are all the damaged ones that I got sent in the time when I was trying to get my other nice copies and my original copies. So there's Mockingjay, the hardcover that's damaged. There's Mockingjay and Catching Fire in my paperbacks that I originally had. There's Catching Fire and Mockingjay without dust jackets. So yeah, I have this collection, but I want to get rid of it. I don't like it being here. So that was my bookshelf tour. I hope you all liked it, because that's going to take a hell of a long time to edit. But I really hope you liked it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.